She thought she was making the right choices, pursuing independence, freedom, and validation. But when the dust settled, all that was left was heartbreak. In today's story, we look at how one woman's decisions unraveled everything she once held dear.
Why, when they treat us like
Huh?
are we the ones left feeling like this? I've wanted out for so long.
Okay.
And every time I tried to leave, this is how I would feel.
She really thought leaving the family she worked hard for was the solution, but only regret came from that.
I'm hurting. Like, so much. My family's broken.
Stop it. Get some help.
And I don't know how to stop it hurting so much.
I think the only thing that hurt her is the lost potential that could have been.
You like so badly just want to you have to do right by your children, and you do, and I've done that, and I know I've made the right decision.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
But I've done 9 years and it's really hard to come out.
Working on the marriage is always the right choice, especially if it is 9 years or more.
And not feel this way. And I just pray that I heal and one day I don't feel like this. One day I can look back and not hurt anymore. And I know there's so many women in my situation. And I feel you, I feel the pain. It is like a heart-wrenching, like having your heart ripped from the inside.
Crying sadly wouldn't change the reality of things.
And I just look at my children and I just hope that I keep strong and I can do this, because I know I can. And I am such a strong person. I've been through so much and had a lot of people do me in my life. But this hurts. Like, this hurts so much.
I think what most younger people don't understand that you're not supposed to be happy all the time in a marriage. It's impossible. People in this generation can't build a family.
So where are you calling me from?
I am calling you from Kansas City.
Do you have any kids?
I do.
How many?
3.
By how many men?
By 1.
Nice.
You ever been married?
Yes.
When did you get divorced?
Because I want it to be fast.
What do you mean by that?
Are
You
serious?
asked me questions. You want me to stop. You don't want me to tell you no lie, right?
So you divorced your husband because you wanted to be out here in these streets?
I did. Yep.
You know what they say. The streets are always welcoming to those who ask for it.
Well, how did that street life work for you?
It did not. That's why I'm single.
So did you have an affair with your husband?
I did not. I wanted to.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
So you got a divorce because you wanted to have sex with other men?
One particular man.
Even if it's one man, it doesn't change the fact that it's wrong.
Okay, so when you got the divorce, did you and that man have sex?
I did.
And what happened after that?
It was horrible.
Got him. We got him.
The grass isn't greener, and this is a perfect example.
Did you try to get your ex-husband back?
No. I felt a little ratchet afterwards.
How long was you married for?
19 years.
Jesus Christ.
So you divorced your husband of 19 years all because you wanted to have sex with another man?
I can't believe she threw her marriage of 19 years for an affair that turned horribly.
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way.
Yeah.
Do you regret doing that?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
So what would you tell to the ladies watching? What advice would you give them?
Don't leave your man, your husband. You can leave a man, but don't leave your husband.
So, now with all that being said, what kind of man are you looking for?
I'm looking for a white man. White
Lisa,
man.
are you being a comedian?
No, I'm being for real.
Okay, why do you want a white man? Why you want a white man now?
Because I think they're a little bit more in tune with a sensitive atmosphere.
What?
So no black men, just white men only.
White men only.
What are your deal breakers?
I can't believe the attitude here. I wish it was a joke, but it's not.
Black men.
She belongs to the streets.
Why don't you want to date black men ever again?
I don't, because it's just too much. Baby mama drama. Give me some more, T.
Girl, you a black woman who left her whole husband because you want to be out here in the streets with your vagina.
Got him!
Being the one at fault and having an attitude is beyond crazy.
If you don't know, I left my husband a year ago, and I've been wanting to come on here and give a life update of a year from now and what my life looks like. And I've been hoping that I would be able to come on here and tell you guys that life is just great. But it's not.
You f*** up.
It's still really hard. I wanted to have my shit together. I know that this isn't the truth, but I just feel like I'm failing so much as a mom. I know that that's not the truth, you know? But life is hard. I just got to spend 11.5 hours with my baby, and it was just the most sweetest time. I hate that I feel this way, but I miss my mom.
Oh, boo-hoo.
I miss my baby. Life is not where I want it to be.
Get out of here!
It's not a movie where there is always greener grass on the other side. Good things are rare, so if you threw them away, don't blame the world for your loss.
What was the reason you cheated? Is it because he wasn't emotionally there for you? Was it because his game wasn't good enough? His wasn't big enough? He wasn't satisfying you? What was the reason you Justin?
I thought he was cheating on me with Jessica. I know I should have talked to you, but you would have called me dramatic and emotionally not there.
Can I ask you something? And I want you to be honest from the bottom of your heart.
Okay.
Did it have anything to do with the sex?
No.
Was the Justin better?
Hell no. Oh.
Wait, can I ask you something real quick? Do you believe Jessica's your friend?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call her, I'm gonna act like it's just me, and I'm gonna see what she says if I ask her to pick her up. And I swear to God, she's gonna say yes.
Hello?
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm just chilling at home. Why?
Are you free in the next few hours?
Yeah.
This stays between us. Would you be down if we just go on a drive? We'll go get some like milkshakes from Chick-fil-A or something, and I promise it doesn't go out. It just stays between us.
I mean, yeah, sure. I'm trying to keep it on the down low. Is it like...
Yeah, no. Don't tell her, first of all. But it stays between us, on God. I'll call you back in an hour.
Well.
She cheated on him, but what he did was something she could have never expected. He showed her that he could have cheated but never did, out of loyalty.
My boyfriends go away, long distance relationship. I didn't trust him, and so I was always like calling him. But after we tried to make it right, and he cheated. I felt like I was crazy, but I wasn't so... I was like, okay, I was not so dumb and crazy. Maybe one time I will be like able to talk about it without crying, but now I'm not.
What do you guys think about long-distance relationships? Is there potential there, or is it destined to fail?
What advice would you give to those that are really relating to your story right now?
Just let it go. Don't try to make it, the things right. Just live and try to forget, forgive, and move on.
I'm not posting this for attention, but I'm posting this because, God, heartbreak. And just keeping it real with y'all. definitely a process.
There is a difference between the cheater and the one who was cheated on. And I can guarantee that the loyal person moves on first because it wasn't their fault.
And I know there's no timeline and you can't rush it, but the funny thing is that I downloaded Hinge to try and distract myself from said heartbreak. And God, like, how did I ever deal with this prior to meeting the person that I am heartbroken over? I'm just like, this dating apps.
You serious?
Why'd y'all get divorced?
Because of me. I primarily was the reason, and so
Hold on, tell me about that. Because I don't believe that. Might have been some of you.
I had an emotional affair, and so
And you
I
both
ended
chose
it.
that you couldn't work through an emotional affair after 4 kids.
Yeah, we'd already tried to work through other things.
I don't blame someone who has bad ideas as long as they don't act on them. She could have worked on it, but she left.
Okay. Well, I want to separate what you did, have an emotional affair, with a choice to end a marriage. Because you can fall for somebody, you can have deep emotional connection with somebody and all that. And you can also choose to cut that off and to reimagine and rebuild your marriage.
It's very easy to run away as soon as you get the chance, but what's hard is constantly working on that relationship. And that is what people are lacking nowadays.
Very few times have I heard actually legit reasons for divorce. And I thought about the most common reason that I get for leaving the father of your children or their husband. And it is that these women outgrew. And what you typically get from the modern mothers that are coping and can't accept the fact that they actually made the wrong, most selfish decision that they have ever made in their life. Oh, let me just put my kid at every statistical disadvantage. Oh, let me only see both of my parents half the time in the month. Oh, let me make my kid more likely to run away from home, more likely to drop out of school, and more likely to be abused because of my feelings of outgrowing him. It's so funny. Women are so self-centered that they use every single cope to make their selfish decision not sound like a selfish decision.
It's easy to point fingers and blame others. What's hard is to take accountability.
You know, it's funny. When women win the lottery, they tend to divorce their husbands.
It is what it is. It is what it is. You've been together.
5 years.
And what's your age?
29.
31.
If he gave you a guilt-free pass to have fun with any guy in the world, would you take it?
If I had a chance, maybe.
Oh, hell no.
For a celebrity, yeah. But just about any other guy, I don't know.
So which celebrity would you have in mind?
Let's not forget that celebrities are only people, and it is cheating too.
Definitely Bad Bunny.
Realistically, what do you think Bad Bunny has over your man?
I mean, fucking fame, millions of dollars.
Yeah, no, not just that. I mean, he's handsome. I think they're both handsome, but I don't know.
If she gave you a guilt-free pass, would you use it?
If it's for a celebrity, maybe.
No.
I mean, it's kind of like a fun and play where, like, if you have a chance to, like, sleep with a celebrity, I feel like one of us would be mad if, like, we had the opportunity and, like, not do it. It's, like, it's crazy to think about.
If he had a chance to sleep with Shakira and he said no, I would be like, whoa, why do you take me? Like, this is crazy.
The way they idolize famous people is weird, and it is disturbing what they can do to get there.
So if Bad Bunny came up right now and said, hey, look, I got an after party, your boyfriend can't come, you're going.
Yeah, I'm going.
I knew I had to break up with my boyfriend when I fell off a slide and he went, oh, babe, are you okay? Ew! I'm drunk. We're at a playground. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm with all of my best friends. We're running up and down the slide. So obviously I face plant hard off of the swing. So we're dying laughing. He like breaks up the circle of us laughing and he goes, guys, let's be serious. Babe, are you okay? Are you okay? Say if you're okay. Bro, shut the
The guy was concerned for her well-being, but her reaction is not okay.
Last breakup, Was it your fault or theirs?
It was my fault because I was still in love with my ex-boyfriend. I wanted to get back with him. I just saw him. Well, actually, she saw him here. And I was like, Joe, I want to get back with this boy. Like, you know, we was together for like 4 years. I'm not feeling you. So I'm going to go back to you. And then, yeah. And then I was just like, do you know what? I'm in love with my ex. I told him that was the reason.
How did you feel when you realised that you were still in love with your ex then?
Really sad for some reason. Like, I was like crying.
My God, who the hell cares?
Months before, because I knew I wanted to. I was just thinking, how am I going to break up with my guy? I was just like crying all the time. I was like, this is awful. I need to get back with him.
This is why men don't like to deal with someone with an unfinished past.
Like when everything's sorted out and like everything's settled, the best.
What would you say to other people that find themselves in a similar situation that you did?
Don't wait, like just do it straight away because it's so much better. Like initially it's like really daunting, but just do it and your mind will just feel so much clearer. You'll just feel better. It's just so much better just doing it straight away.
What kind of animal are you?
Don't take this advice, guys.
Been at this whole time, all 18 years of my life. Now you want to come back around? Huh? I'm grown now. I don't need you. You left me with my grandma for what? So you can go run the streets? Huh?
You was taken care of though, right?
Huh?
You was taken care of, right?
Barely. I needed my mama. I ain't got no daddy. At least I needed my mama.
You was taken care of.
Huh? Where you was at? Now you want to come back around? I asking for dollars and stuff.
Nigga, I had to
now you want to come back around?
I had to do me.
What the hell are you talking about? What you mean? You got kids. You just gonna leave your kids? You gonna have kids and put them on your mama? So that's what. So your mama raised you to do that, huh?
Somebody had to take care of.
Huh?
Somebody had to take care.
So you think that's okay? Now you want to come back around?
I mean, shit,
huh?
You grew
I don't
up
need you now.
You grew up
I don't
right.
need you now.
You grew up
yeah,
right.
So I don't even want to talk. So I don't know why you even come over my house.
You good.
You can get out.
I ain't going nowhere.
I don't need you for nothing. I got my grandma.
Put me out.
Right.
Put me out.
I got my grandma. But you fail to realize is I don't need you anymore. You should have been tried to come around when I was 6 and 7. Now you want to come around. I'm 18 years old now, bro. I don't need you for nothing. You can go back outside where you been at.
This is why divorce and leaving the family is bad. Luckily, this guy had his grandmother who stepped up and took him under her wing.
They refuse to cower down, to bow down to your every demand, and instead have now developed their own standards and expectations, ones you know you can't meet because you're not willing to. That, in a nutshell, is what's going on here. And why you think men are going to want to court you after you say things like that is beyond me.
Build something. I don't know. I'll cook. You build. I mean, on a date, like, take the lead.
Take the lead? For what? What are we going to get out of it?
We took the lead way more times than needed, and were not rewarded for it. So we aren't playing again.
Cook? I can cook my own meals. I don't need you for that. I can build my own stuff, to be sure. So far, you haven't offered us anything other than expectations and demands.
I don't understand. It's like situationships all day long. It just, it's so unattractive. I don't get it.
All right, let me help you out here. I understand why you're not getting it. And I mean no disrespect here, but what's going on is the female brain at work. Because as I say all the time, taking responsibility to women is like kryptonite to Superman. It's simply not something they're capable of handling. So when they're forced to confront reality, when they have to accept and acknowledge that it's their actions that have caused this dilemma for them, their brain shuts down. It goes into complete meltdown, and they can't understand why things are the way they are, because in order to do so, it would mean having to acknowledge that the way they've mistreated men, put them down, and taken advantage of them for decades now has caused men to walk away from them, to walk away from dating, to walk away from relationships, to walk away from marriage.
It's easy to see the flaws when you're just sitting and not doing anything.
I think I knew that the marriage is not gonna last 6 months into the marriage. So I was feeling a little bit imprisoned in my marriage. So I was married to someone who had gone to the length of saying, you can't talk to this person like this. Why is this guy sending you this emoji? Remember, I come from a relationship where freedom was nice. You know, I have a lot of male friends.
It's pretty difficult to put into words how disgusted I am, how depressed I am.
He didn't understand that. That made him uncomfortable. Because in his head, I believe he thought that every guy that I'm talking to, I'm banging.
This guy had every right to be worried, and an action she did later will prove that fact.
And that made me feel like, is that what you think of your wife? You think I'm like that, you know?
Right.
So one particular day I'm driving back from work and I'm feeling like, no man, this doesn't feel right. And I missed my ex at that moment.
Well.
I called my ex, and lucky enough for me, he didn't pick up. Ka WhatsApp.
Why would anyone in their right mind miss an ex and contact them while being married?
I leave that. I'm not thinking. I'm in my own space.
Yes.
I sleep, get home. I'm woken up, got such a big, what the heck? Obviously, I'm sleeping and I'm thinking, dude, like,
It's whatever AM.
what's going on? And this time we are at his parents' house. Remember, we had moved to his parents' house.
Yes.
We had a quarrel for why are you speaking to your ex? How can you do that to me? We are not even 6 months in marriage, you're already cheating. So I was labeled a cheater from that on.
Okay.
So you can imagine the troubles that
now?
came after that. He even went back to the pastor that married us and told him Khorbutulo is a cheater.
Were you cheating though?
No.
She's acting like she didn't go forward with her plan, but the only reason is because the ex never replied. Well, guys, that was all for today. We'll be back soon.